Hello, hello, and welcome. I am so happy you are here today. Whether you are listening at home, at work, or on the go, I'm always so thankful that you're choosing to spend a few minutes of your time with me. So here we are in December, which is very hard for me to believe that we have already come through basically an entire year. We are so close to Jesus's birthday. We are so close to celebrating Christmas and a new year and ringing in a new 2026 for us with a whole new 365 days ahead of us. But before we end the year, I wanted to pop on. I won't take a lot of your time because I know it's super busy right now and you're probably pulled in a ton of directions. But wanted to take time and just reflect on the year and think about our theme, which was all about wisdom. I have just a couple of notes, a quick summary of what wisdom is, and of course, challenge you through a couple of different things as we move through the holidays, and then wish you very happy times. So, real quick, just as a refresher on wisdom, in the Bible, wisdom is more than intelligence or experience. It is the ability to live rightly by aligning our thoughts, choices, and actions with God's will. So, 5 points here. Wisdom begins with God. Scripture teaches that the fear of the Lord is the foundation of wisdom. However, this fear is not typical, like terror. It's reverent trust, it's humility, it's obedience towards God. True wisdom starts when we recognize God as the ultimate source of truth and authority. Number two, wisdom is a gift from God. Wisdom is not earned by age or status. It is given by God to those who sincerely seek Him. So, Christians are encouraged to pray for wisdom. You've heard me talk about that this year. And just trusting that God gives generously to those who ask with faith. And I know it's super easy to have a hard time and expect some kind of immediate sign or response. And sometimes God does do that. And a lot of times he doesn't. A lot of times we have to have patience and we have to wait. And it's almost a test to our faith and to our obedience and to our trust in him. And so we definitely want to make sure that we're praying faithfully and consistently and just showing him that we do trust him and we do love him. And then he gifts us things like wisdom and helps us through those times. Number three, wisdom is lived out. It's not just known. Biblical wisdom shows itself in everyday life through patience, self-control, kindness, humility, and even discernment. It guides how we speak, how we treat others, and how we respond in difficult situations. Point number four I have is that Christ is the full expression of wisdom. In the New Testament, Jesus is presented as the embodiment of God's wisdom through his teachings, his life, his death, the resurrection. Believers see wisdom perfectly lived out, marked by love, sacrifice, truth, and obedience to the Father. Which leads us to the last point, that wisdom leads to life and peace. Godly wisdom produces spiritual maturity and leads to peace, righteousness, and a life that honors God. Unlike worldly wisdom, which often centers on ourselves, biblical wisdom points us towards the love of God and others. And as we know, love our neighbor as we would love ourselves. So, in short, Christian wisdom is knowing God, trusting Him, and living in a way that reflects His character. I truly hope this year you were able to do that, that you were seeking Him in those difficult times, that you were truly trusting in Him. I know for me personally, I did. I turned over a lot of situations to Him. And man, it was pretty remarkable to watch him work and to see what he put in my path as his answers to what I was asking him for. So I just hope that you also are seeking that relationship, that you're trying to grow close with him. You're using him as a father, as your guiding light, and you're just asking for that wisdom, asking for his gift and his generosity to come in to your life. So I also just want to take some time, wish you all a very Merry Christmas, a very Happy New Year. Thank you for giving your time to me this year, and also challenge you with a little bit of just extra kindness of what you can do for others, going along with that theme of wisdom and having that love for God and for others. We don't know what the world is going to throw at us, or any of our loved ones, or any of those dear to us. And so I hope over the holidays you take time to rest, to recharge, to reset, to have some downtime, to truly spend quality time with those who are important to you, so that you can make memories, because we just don't know if this is our last one or their last one, or tomorrow's not guaranteed to us. And I saw something on Facebook that a friend of mine posted, so I wanted to read it to you, and then that's basically my challenge until I see you again in the new year. But it says, "This season looks magical on the outside, but behind the scenes, a lot of hearts are tired. Some are grieving, some are stretched thin financially, some are carrying the kind of burnout that doesn't show on their face, and some are just trying to make it through the day without falling apart. The holidays don't feel light for everyone. So if someone seems distant, quieter, or a little heavier than usual, remember that they may be fighting a battle that you just can't see, and a little kindness goes further than you think." So my challenge to you is just please be kind, have patience. We're all out there in a rush trying to make it to our destinations, and saving 60 seconds here or there by cutting someone off or running a stoplight or getting frustrated with someone who does that doesn't really help. It doesn't make things go really any faster and make that big of a difference. But if you're kind, if you can just be smiling to people, be patient with people, choose that kindness, that's going to go a long way. And you just never know what kind of impact you're going to have and how you might turn that person's day around. So my challenge is to choose love, choose God, choose kindness, and have a very magical, restful Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. I will see you early 2026. Take care, and may God bless.